Hello everybody, this is Abraham. Long time no see. I've been busy, super busy. Today I'd like to talk to you about this computer. It's HP Spectre x360 Convertible Model 15EB0043DX. The screen on this baby is not broken, but it just stopped working. Uh, that's all I could say. It displays information, but it's fuzzy. What I wanted to talk about is how to take this darn thing apart. There isn't anything on the internet, so this would be the first video about how to take it apart. I did not know how to do that, so I basically just messed up the whole thing. Apparently, you can buy just the LCD with the touchscreen piece, but you have to make sure that you save this bezel. And this bezel is not easy to save. This whole thing is freaking glued together to the max. Let's see, I'll show you what the computer looks like. So this is what it looks like with its cut corners. So there is another Spectre 360 out there, 15, but it doesn't have these corners that are cut. It doesn't have this gold trim around. It's a slightly different computer, and that one's easier to take apart. On this thing here, HP was nice enough to put the pull tabs so you can actually pull the glue out, but they didn't give you access to them. And these things hold very strongly. They also don't respond very well to heating. So basically, there is no way to get to these tabs. They're on both sides. They're also on this side of the bezel. So bezel is glued as strongly as you can possibly imagine. In fact, this whole thing is glued. In other words, they don't want you repairing it. Okay, these are not magic tabs. This is just a double-sided tape. So I had to use some heat to get this whole thing taken apart. In heating, it deformed my bezel slightly, so I'm gonna have to think on how to get that one back together. There are these slim metal pieces that have tape on both sides. So apparently this thing gets taped to the screen, and then screen gets dumped into here. And the bezel is glued everywhere. I mean, this whole thing just did not want to come apart. I cannot say that it was made solid for repair from the standpoint of repairability. This is the worst possible thing I've seen. Worse, it's worse than Apple. Come on. There's no need to replace this piece. In the past, what I've seen the computer manufacturers do is this bottom piece would be pulled out. You see the magic tabs. You pull those out, and sorry, busy. Okay, coming back to this darn thing. I don't know if these are available. I'll take a look. But in short, this is not a way to make something, in my opinion, but I guess manufacturers have other priorities that they pursue. So in any case, if somebody wants to take this apart, how do you do that? There isn't an easy way. Here's how I would recommend doing it. You heat up the perimeter while the LCD is still in there, and you lift the LCD. You will need a flexible there are tools. I don't have it here, but it's like a piece of metal that's flexible. You can get it between the LCD and the bezel. It is, from what I can see, it is not really necessary to remove the bezel. You could just remove the LCD, and the LCD is held in place along the bottom, along the top with the tape, and along the sides with the tape also. So if that way, if you take it apart that way, the bezel will stay in place. Come on, there's all these magnets. Everything is re-sticking all the time. And you won't have to damage it. So in my case, the bezel is slightly misaligned. So it's okay here because this is what I did. I lifted the LCD from this side, but I tried lifting bezel from this side. As you can see, the bezel got messed up. So it deformed. You can see that it's not a straight square. There's a straight square here, but not here. Because I was using a heat. I wasn't using a very hot. It was just a hair dryer. I mean, those things could get hot no matter what, but I wasn't applying like real heat. So in other words, I was able to hold it with my fingers. The glue that they use is super strong. I don't know if that's good or not, but in the future, for somebody who is going to be taking apart this particular machine, it's best to just lift the LCD and leave the bezel intact. I don't know if it's going to be easy or not. See, what happened was once I was able to get this side off, and this side off I got because I damaged the bezel, I was able to fill the inside with the heat from the heat gun, and that released these tapes. I don't know if it's going to be possible next time. So if somebody going to be faced with this particular machine, and again it's a HP Spectre 360 Convertible Model 15 EB0043DX, I'd like to know if somebody was luckier than I am at removing all this stuff. Give me a like, save money, enjoy. Ukraine will win.